I'm bored. Get it? Bored. Because we're going to talk about boards. Yeah, okay. Hello, pandas. Welcome to the Red Panda Hub. We're going to be talking about Go, because there's been too many people that say, oh, that's just like Othello or some other kind of games, and it's not. It's a game that I completely enjoy playing, even though I haven't been able to play it very often, but I would like to be able to have these tutorial videos for you to better understand the game. So there's going to be a series of videos, and this one's going to be all about the board. And the board in itself is half of the rules. There's very, very, very few rules. So don't get scared. Don't get scared, especially with what I'm going to show you next, because first and foremost, it's a two-player game. There's more to it later, but it's a two-player game. There's someone playing as black, and then there's whoever is playing as white. Black, white, black, white, black, white. And it's turn-based. That's the very first rule. It's turn-based, where you get to play a move, the other gets to play a move, and just back and forth. Kind of like chess, except you can't move the stones once they are placed. You cannot, unless you remove one, but that's in the next video. So it's turn-based with two players. That's half the rules right there. No joke. That is literally half the rules right there. Turn-based, and you play on the intersections. Now, the other things about the board. We've got three main sizes of the boards. We've got the 9x9, which is all we're going to look at for this series of videos, because it's a little easier to see, and it's mainly to help beginners to kind of understand shapes, understanding the game more, and so forth. Otherwise, we also have our 13x13 and our 19x19. 19x19 is what we use for tournaments and majority of the ranked games to go up and down in rank. But again, we're going to focus on this. Don't get scared. It's okay, little panda. Pat on the head. Don't get scared with the larger boards. It will be easier over time. But for now, we're just going to stick to the 9x9. It's your friend. It is definitely your friend. So, turn-based, intersections, different sizes. Next is how are we looking at this board? What are those dots? Are they to play with your head? Are they trying to stalk you? Or no, these are called star points. They help you to visualize what the board looks like and where everything is, especially on a large board like this. You can kind of see them, but they're itty bitty little there. But again, we're not going to look at that. We're going to focus on the small one. For example, we've got the corners, the sides, and the center. That's the next thing to know about the board. There's three different quadrants that we need to keep in mind. We've got the corners, which can be visualized by the one single star points in each of the corners, like that. These are the areas that are considered the corners. Well, that's the stupid. Well, it might be stupid, but it's big brain. It's all big brain stuff that will mean a lot in the future. I promise you. Next, we've got the sides, which are self-explanatory, I would say. Where we've got the side there, side there, side there, side there. Do not combine side with corner. These two are not the same. They are not the same. And then last but not least, the center. So that's all the star points are there for, to help you visualize where the corner is, the side is, and the center. Now, why do we want to know that? It's okay, Panda. I'm gonna help you with that. I'm gonna answer that for you. So why do we need to know about the corners, sides, and the center? Why? They're I want to be out in the open, in the middle, just straight in the plop on middle, ice around everything, I win. No, that is not how it goes. The purpose to know of where the corners, the sides, and the center are is to know where it is fastest to get the points. For example, let's say we have 6 stones on us. And this is also going to help kind of slowly start to visualize how we're going to get points in the game. So we have 6 stones and we want points in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 stones in the corner. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. This is black's territory. Black is surrounding this corner. And there's 9 intersections in there. So black has 9 points in this section. I don't remember how to do the little secret thing. Anyway, there's 9 in there. Next, we've got the sides. In the side, we're going to stick to 6 stones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as you can already see, there's only 4 points that black surrounds. So with the same amount of stones, it's easier to surround more in the corner than it is to surround on the side. And then, of course, when we go to the center, and let me move that over a little bit. We've got the middle, and there's only 2, not 5 and 6, 2. Only 2 points. So this is why we want to know where the corners are, and the sides, and the center, because it's easier to get points in the corner than it is the side, than it is the center. With that in mind, little panda, we are going to go into the last stage of understanding the board, which is going to probably answer the rest of the questions in regards to how the game looks and how it works. So, just keeping in mind what we just learned, it's turn-based, intersections, surrounding territory, and center, side, corner. Knowing that it is easier to get points in the corners, we're going to start in the corner. White is going to start on another corner. Black is going to start on another corner. And white is going to start on another corner. So just looking at this, we can see that white is building... Oh, that's a terrible line. I'm using a mouse too. White is building this. Black is building this for potential territory. And now that the corners are taken, we now want to think, what's next in regards to getting more points? Corners, sides. So now we're going to want to take the sides. Now it's slowly visually coming about where you can kind of see, oh, black is getting potential territory right here, and white is getting potential territory right here. So now the sides are filled up. So what are we going to do next? We've got corner, we've got side, we've got center. Now, not all games are going to go like this. This is just an example to kind of show you what a game could look like. So, just looking at this, we could say black is in the lead. Black is having an advantage here because black is showing to have all of this potential, while white only has this for potential. And if we look at it in another way, we could say that black has this side and white has that side, and black's side definitely looks bigger. Definitely looks bigger. So then this is where the fighting, well, not fighting, but where the pressure starts building up. And we want to try and get as many points as we can. So we'll go back to trying to expand, trying to get trying to gain some points while pushing to prevent black from getting expanded and trying to get more points. And it's okay if you don't fully understand this exact point. It'll make sense as you continue learning about the game, looking at different problems and so forth. So we'll say, I want to reduce your area. I don't want you to have all that. Black will say, oh, I don't know. Don't go into my area. No, this is my home. Don't go into my home. White says, gimme, I want. And black says, no. And so it's basically, that's all it really is. Just constant trying to reduce, trying to keep points. And it's okay if you don't fully understand what I'm doing right now. Just trying to push and trying to surround points. And this is what a game could look like. And again, there will be more steps and more things to talk about in future videos. We're just looking at the board. Now, we talked about the beginning of the board and how to kind of evaluate it and why we go into the corners, then the sides, then the center. And now there's the end of the game, the last part of this video. And that is counting. How to determine if it's the end of the game. Well, we can see that black has this for territory, this whole side here, and white has this whole side for territory. And then there's this little thing right here that is not surrounded by either side. It's just kind of there. That is not going to be a point for either side because it's not surrounded by only white. If these two stones were white, yeah, that would be white's point. But because it's not surrounded by either side, it's not a point. So we're just going to fill that in so it's just out of the way. Now, and that's just a minor thing. Again, that's another thing that will kind of make more sense later on. And then there's the end of the board where we will count. Now I'm going to use a little score tool on here so it'll tell me white has 25 points and black has 22 points. So white wins in this. So with this specific program, these small little dots here are going to be our points. So we've got 10 up here, we've got 5 there, so that's 15, 20, 25. And it's okay if you can't count that fast either. That's definitely okay. And then black, we've got 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 little dots. So in this game, white would win by 3 points. Math. So 25 to 22. And that's pretty much all there is to the board aspect of the game. In the next video, we'll be talking more about Atari's liberties, the only other little rules that we have. And then after that video, we'll be talking about terms and so forth. But this is the basics of the basics. There you have it, pandas. We've got the beginning of how to learn the game Go. It's just the first half, the board. We'll talk about the rest later on. But for now, just get accustomed to the board. There's not really much to the board. So in the next video, we'll be talking about the other half of the rules. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I hope you were able to learn something from this and have a little interest in playing this game and learning about it. And I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget your candy canes on the way out, and I'll see you next time. Later.